a show, and it just blew my mind.
He said, the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent.
Against the backdrop of harrowing allegations of abuse by Kessie against Sean Diddy Combs, a deeply troubling pattern emerges, extending beyond his romantic relationships and into the very fabric of his family. It's crucial to remember that amidst these grave accusations, Diddy's own children have not been spared from his alleged controlling and destructive tendencies, particularly in their professional lives. Diddy's own children have not been spared from his alleged controlling and destructive tendencies, particularly in their professional lives.
Growing up, I was around so much, between the music business and, everything. But, I was sitting back, gaining all that knowledge.
Starting with Quincy, Diddy's adopted son, a disturbing narrative unfolds, illustrating how Diddy's influence may have severely hindered his son's budding career. The most glaring example of this is the incident with the TV series Empire. This hit drama, known for catapulting its stars to new heights, could have been a golden ticket for Quincy, but Diddy reportedly had other plans. According to a source quoted by Page 6, Diddy kicked up a huge stink and called all the top brass at 20th Century Fox TV to get them to change their rules over music rights. But to no avail, his insistence that his son should not sign over his intellectual property rights to Fox led to Quincy being banned from the show. This decision was not only about protecting Quincy's music rights, but also, as some suggest, about maintaining a tight grip on his career trajectory.
Just looking at my beautiful son, boy, you's a beautiful Black king. Jesus, you just think.
Diddy's intervention in Quincy's potential role on Empire is particularly significant, given the show's immense popularity and its track record of boosting the careers of its stars. Quincy's exclusion from the show, as alleged, might have robbed him of a prime opportunity to establish himself independently in the entertainment world. It's a move that raises questions about Diddy's true motivations. Was it protective paternal instinct or a desire to keep Quincy under his wing, thereby limiting his growth beyond Diddy's shadow? Continuing from the revelation about Diddy's alleged interference in Quincy's career, the spotlight shifts to another of his sons, Justin.
So he gotta look good going into it, because right now, in the public's eye, he don't look that good, bro.
Justin Combs, a promising athlete, chose to attend UCLA over Harvard, a decision that raised eyebrows. This choice, as some speculate, was influenced by Diddy's personal preferences rather than Justin's academic or athletic prospects. The decision itself speaks volumes, suggesting Diddy's desire to keep his son within a certain sphere of influence. The situation at UCLA escalated dramatically, culminating in an altercation that painted Diddy as not just overprotective, but dangerously so. According to reports, Diddy brutally assaulted Justin's coach, Sal Alossi. This incident occurred after Diddy allegedly grabbed a kettlebell and attempted to strike Alossi. This account is supported by a statement from UCLA's head coach, Jim Mora, who called it an unfortunate incident for all parties involved. Diddy's actions at UCLA went beyond mere parental concern, displaying a pattern of aggressive intervention in his son's affairs. His insistence on inserting himself into situations, regardless of the consequences, further underscores the theme of control that permeates his relationships with his sons.
So to see him chase his dream and to see all of the obstacles that he had to overcome without my help.
Adding to this turbulent narrative, Misa Hilton, Justin Combs' mother, fiercely criticized Diddy in the wake of their son's DUI arrest. Her scathing remarks on Instagram pointed directly at Diddy's influence. She expressed deep frustration with his lifestyle, suggesting it led Justin down a problematic path. Hilton's comments like, "I'm not protecting anyone anymore, just my son and all the children. I love a come to Jesus moment," and "the statement of fish rots from the head down" means that in addition to being a major contributing factor in a family,
boy, no, it's Bad Boy You.
Christian's music career initially sparked widespread anticipation. His entry into the industry was nothing short of a dream come true, as he himself described on Instagram. "I got signed to Epic and Bad Boy Records. I'm extremely thankful for everything that God has blessed me with, and I will never take it for granted." This statement, full of hope and gratitude, marked what seemed like the beginning of a promising path in the footsteps of his iconic father. Yet, the trajectory of his career raises perplexing questions. Despite having the talent and the backing of Diddy's powerful platform, Christian's career hasn't seen the explosive growth one might expect. Observers can't help but wonder why Christian, with all the resources at his disposal, hasn't made a more substantial mark in the industry. The speculation is rife, with suggestions that Diddy's own insecurities and need for control might be stifling his son's growth. One can't ignore the murmurs.
Craig Mack got thrown out the label. Who is we? Black Rob didn't get a chance to spend none of his money.
However, it's essential to juxtapose these speculations with a significant achievement in Christian's career. Christian Combs did secure a chart-topping record with Can't Stop, Won't Stop, a collaboration with Kodak Black. This accomplishment, significant in its own right, coincided with Diddy also topping the charts, a father-son duo making history. Diddy's celebration of this moment, as he said, "I'm so proud of you. That was God's work, but that's also our work. Put in that hard work," might appear to contradict the narrative of a controlling father sabotaging his son's success. This dichotomy between Diddy's public celebrations of his son's achievements and the underlying rumors of his controlling nature adds layers of complexity to Christian's career story. Are these moments of shared success genuine reflections of a supportive father, or are they meticulously crafted scenes in the ongoing drama of a family caught between love, control, and the relentless pursuit of fame?
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Continuing the narrative, the general pattern of behavior exhibited by Diddy becomes increasingly evident. Beyond the familial sphere, his interactions with artists under his label reveal a similar trajectory of control and accused Diddy of mismanagement and financial exploitation, stating, "Diddy has mismanaged artists and stolen their money his whole career, including Danity Kane. Now, he is showing up with 18 days left before the election to get Trump out of office." This accusation is a direct hit at Diddy's credibility, not just as a businessman, but as a mentor and leader in the music industry. O'Day's comments extend to personal experiences of intimidation and fear, painting a vivid picture of the oppressive environment under Diddy's management. Puff is a very difficult person to work with. Everything had to be perfect. We were scared to death with what would happen with Puff each day, she remarked. This not only echoes the sentiments of control and perfectionism seen in his familial relationships, but also highlights a pervasive environment of fear and intimidation. The pattern of Diddy's alleged misconduct doesn't stop with artist management. His business dealings, too, have come under scrutiny, as seen in his tumultuous relationship with Diageo. The multinational spirits company ended its partnership with Diddy following a lawsuit where he accused Diageo of unfair treatment, asserting they were unwilling to treat its black partners equally. Diddy's allegations against Diageo were stark, claiming they kneecapped De Leon's sales growth for nearly a decade and marketed it only to urban customers. This conflict adds another layer to Diddy's narrative, suggesting his tendency to engage in contentious and public disputes. The aftermath of these allegations was swift and significant. Diageo responded by stating that Diddy had repeatedly undermined our partnerships and threatened to publicly defame Diageo if we did not meet his unreasonable financial demands. This statement paints a picture of Diddy as not just a controlling figure in personal relationships, but also as a challenging and potentially destructive business partner. Diddy's pattern of behavior, as evidenced by these varied instances, underscores a central theme, a consistent prioritization of his interests, often at the expense of others, whether they be his children or professional associates. His actions, as alleged, are characterized by a deep-seated need for control, extending to financial, professional, and personal realms. This behavior, juxtaposed against his public persona of a successful entrepreneur and music mogul, raises critical questions about the true nature of his relationships and the impact of his actions on the careers and lives of those around him. Now we turn to you, our astute audience. What do you make of these allegations against Diddy? Do you see them as a pattern of control and jealousy, or are these simply isolated incidents blown out of proportion? And how does this influence your perception of his legacy in the music industry? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're eager to hear your take on this multifaceted story. Until next time, keep the conversation going.
These diverse examples highlight a major aspect in Diddy's behavioral pattern. His behaviors, as said, are defined by a deep-seated need for control that extends to financial, professional, and personal realms. He consistently prioritizes his interests, frequently at the expense of others, whether they be his children or professional associates. This behavior goes against his public persona as a prosperous businessman and music mogul, which begs important questions about the real nature of his relationships and how his actions affected the lives and careers of people around him. Now, we turn to you, our wise audience, to share your thoughts on these accusations against Diddy. Do you perceive them as a pattern of jealousy and control, or are they just isolated occurrences that have been exaggerated? And how does this affect your opinion of his legacy in the music industry? Please share your opinions in the comments